All right, so here it is, August, I think we're on the 11th or 12th, Sunday afternoon, regardless. Getting ready to do a oxalic acid treatment. That is a treatment that we do when we are trying to keep away mites off of our bees. I'm going to show you some of the tools I'm going to use. Obviously, I've got eye protection because I'm using something that is a poison to humans, but it's obviously it's not to bees. So that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to show you some of the things I'm going to be working with today. So in and amongst all of my goodies that I have to use, I will be using a respirator. I've got some gloves. I'll probably put those over top of my leather gloves. I just don't want to be touching anything or have anything on my hands that you know, that I have to worry about the bees coming in contact with later. It's fine for bees. It's detrimental to the mites, which is what we need. I've got a bucket of water because I've got an electrode type of a situation going on here. You can see this is this has to be hooked up to at least 12 volts of power. My treatment pellets go in there. I just got this. I just got this in the mail. So your pellets go in here, and then you stick this kind of into the hive, and then once you once you get everything hooked up, it starts vaporizing the treatments that you got. And I've got my little oxalic acid treatments here. Obviously it's poisonous to us, but it's fine for the bees. So I get to do 2 treatments today on each, or excuse me, 1 treatment on each hive, just so that's not confusing. So 2 treatments total. So I've already got my suit on here, so I'm going to put the rest of my gear on here, and I'm going to walk myself out to the bee yard. I got to go get the power unit for my treatment wand, and then I can get started. So in addition to having to also wear all my full gear, my gloves included, and still having to put on my veil, I also have to have on respiration and eye protection because I'm vaporizing basically, it's called oxalic acid. So there you go. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so this is what I'm wearing. I feel a little bit like Darth Vader. Getting ready to put my gloves on and get all the poison and stuff, the mite poison ready to go. So yeah, I've got all that. Some of the other things that I got to do. Oh, I've already got some bees curious about what I'm doing out here. So I've got a bunch of paper towels that are in here, and I've got to soak them down with water. And I kind of have to cover up some holes. I've also got some blue tape in there as well to be able to do that. So I'm going to get my gloves on here in a second and get going. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that wand that I have there. I'm going to put the medication in there, and I'm going to slide it into the hive. I have to kind of close off any of the other openings that could be open in there, just to make sure that I'm getting the maximum benefit of doing this. I'm going to try to stay out of their flight path as much as possible, so I'm going to have to probably stay to the side over here. I'm not going to be able to film this while I'm doing this because I'm going to need my timer. So we'll recap as soon as I'm done. Got about 8 minutes left on the timer. Got to keep them in the hive. Keep them all in there. They're swarming me a little bit. I don't know if I can put my camera or not and try. This is why we wear gloves. This is why we wear full suits.
thankful for my full suit. Made sure everything was secured down nice and tight because these little guys can find any little crack or crevice and get in. I did, I don't know if I can, oops, that's not gonna work. I did have a couple of stingers in my glove, probably about 4 of them, so, yep, that's par for the course though, right?
Okay, well that was, I think it's successful. Sorry, I am hot. I had, as you know, I had respiration on, and I had some goggles on. I don't know why I just put them, oh, I had these on. These were, my husband was nice enough to let me borrow these. These are actually like welding grinding glasses. They seal pretty tightly to your face. That's why I kept getting condensation inside my glasses. But yeah, so the treatments that we do, you need to basically full face respiration and goggles to protect yourself. Also, I knew that was probably going to peeve a lot of the bees off, so that's why I went with my heavier gloves, and I'm going to show you why we do that. Okay, so let's see here. Here's one. I think there were a couple on this one. Yep, so they would have stung right through my gloves. So it's important to make sure you've got the proper safety gear on, because these girls aren't messing around. And so I'll pull all those little stingers and their little venom sacs out of there and clean those out again. But I think this is where I'm going to leave everybody. So I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their weekend and getting ready for the Monday coming up. And we will see you guys next time. Take care.